recently released. In this we seen so in this we are going to discuss about the different aspects of the syllabus area. I'm trying to connect every single part of the syllabus so that you can have a clearer insight as to what this pre-scene has to tell us all about. So let's see. The pre-scene is now in front of you. Pre-scene is now in front of you, and I guess you all must have gone through the pre-scene once. In today's class, we will just read the pre-scene, and we are going to identify if this pre-scene can in some way or the other help us to formulate some good strategies that may be useful before going into the examination. Now, this is again an organization that is not a conventional one. In fact, this is an organization that we have historically seen, we have not historically seen in the other pre-scenes or any such organization. We have not yet seen in the examination. So I believe this is going to be a new organization for every one of us, but a very interesting one, and an organization that if we drill into very well, we will be in a position to identify how the organization areas can be connected to the syllabus area. So what I'm going to do in today's class, this is just a mere discussion between the students and me, in which I'm just going to deal out with the pre-scene. I'm going to read the pre-scene in front of you. We are going to formulate some of the expected guesses on the basis of pre-scene, and day after tomorrow, that is Saturday, I'm going to bring an excessive material on the pre-scene, in which we will be discussing a detailed decode, a detailed analysis of the pre-scene. So this is just the first instance of the discussion. In the second instance, I'm going to provide you a 30 to 40 page real connection with the syllabus area so that you can have a clearer insight as to how the pre-scene will be tested in the examination. So this is the pre-scene that is applicable for September 2025 examination. Again, a good industry. However, we have already seen two pre-scenes in our regular class, and we have already discussed two past papers. Again, after this pre-scene, after this class, we will be going on with the other past papers as well. But let's look at the introduction part. First, we have in this pre-scene, we have the introduction part, then we have the meal kit industry. So very important. This is an industry that relates to meal kit. Now, without further moving, what is a meal kit? What is a meal kit, and how does it work? So let's see which industries actually is being asked in this particular examination. So we have been given with the overview of this industry again, and the overview of the industry. So first we are given with the industry information. This is actually the industry information. And then we are given with the company information. And then last but not the least, this is also the company information. Similar to the other industries, similar to the other pre-scene, this pre-scene also seems to be providing us with the same information, and it has the equal number of papers as compared to the other pre-scenes. So first we have the overview. We are going to read that, then market overview, then meal kit option. Then we have the meal kit subscription process, key drivers in the growth of the meal kit market. Then we have the industry challenges and development, innovation, key performance indicators, a very important insight that normally they give for the industry as well as for the company. So same as the information given to us, we have been given with the industry, key performance indicators of the company, and we are also being given with the key performance information of the industry and the company. So we are going to look into the key performance indicators as well. And then we have the industry regulatory bodies. Again, a very important point. Whenever I see the regulatory body, my mind clicks on the fact that there must be some governance area being connected to this industry. So the governance area, if they want to test, if the examiner wants to test the governance area, they normally give the industry regulatory bodies. Then we have been given with the menu craft overview. So this is the company that we are going to discuss in the real examination. This is the company that is given to us. We have been given with the background of the company, the board structure. A very important point that whenever he gives the board structure, and let's suppose if this company is a private limited company, expect that they would want you to enroll this company as a public listed company and to apply the board structure in accordance with the governance requirement of a public listed company. Then we have the board committees. Surprisingly, they have given us the board structure as well as the board committees. So if they have the ample amount of board committees prevalent within their companies, this can again give us a very beautiful insight. Remember one thing, that in the yesterday's class, that is historic places, we have also seen something similar to this. So make sure that you solve that question in full. I'm going to discuss the question in the upcoming classes, but you also solve the question requirement till the requirement that I've actually asked you to solve. So we have been given with the board committees, we have been given with information about the operations, distribution, extract of the NC's latest risk report. If you look at all the pre-scenes, all 3 to 4 pre-scenes before this examination, you're going to find the latest risk report being given. Now, whenever he gives you the risk report, he might either ask you, for example, as you have already solved the ex-marine question, in that they were asking you that the risk that they have identified, how can you relate those risks to the mitigating impact and how those risks are going to be mitigated in near future. So you're going to discuss about the extract from the AC's latest risk report. We have been given with the website extract and the key performance information. Remember one thing, this entire information is very important. We are going to use this pre-scene in order to formulate our answers in the examination. This pre-scene along with the exhibits will be used to formulate the answer. I'm just writing for the purpose of all those students, because this again this video will be uploaded on the YouTube as well. So I'm just writing my contact number. So it is +923360806203. So this is my contact number. If anyone of you, obviously not the registered students, but the outsider ones, if you guys want to have some insight, some detailed insight into the pre-scene, you can still contact me and I'm there to help you out. This video will also be uploaded on the YouTube. Okay, so we are starting off without wasting any further time. Let's quickly start and we will deal with the pre-scene with every single minute detail. We are going to look into the pre-scene with every single aspect of the syllabus. Now, this should be your perspective when you're reading the pre-scene. You bring all the syllabus area in your mind. Make sure that you remember all the syllabus areas and start doing the pre-scene in this way. But it's better that let's wait till I read. So introduction, it says that the menu craft is a meal kit business operating in country of A-land. So this is the economy in which they are operating. So this is the economy. And it is actually a meal kit business operating in the country. So now, sir, I don't know what meal kit industry is. When I'm going to read the entire information, I will be in a position to identify what actually the meal kit industry is and how actually the meal kit industry works, which has a population of nearly 40 million people. So this can be something that relates to the demand of this industry. This can be something in which we can actually identify the demand, or we can assess the demand of the industry. MC was established 15 years ago. So it's a 15 years history company and has since grown to become the second largest meal kit business operating in ALM based on customer number and revenue. So if we look at the customer number, and revenue. This is the second largest meal kit business. Now, what's a meal kit industry? How does the meal kit industry work? What actually is meant by meal kit? 40 million people, obviously, these 40 million people, they are not going to be the customer, but they can be the potential customer. Um, there might be some instances where the examiner might ask you to increase the total number of revenue. There might be instances when the examiner may give you the industry that is regarded as the first largest industry. They may give you a comparative value of the industry, or they may give you competitive figures of the industry that is actually regarded as the first in terms of customer number and revenue, because this is going to be, this company is actually second in terms of the customer number and the revenue. So we might be able to identify, they may give you some information that relates to uh, the first level. Then the meal kit industry, it says a meal kit service is convenient and time-saving solution to cook a healthy and nutritious homemade meal. So actually, if I connect this industry to some, although it is not the same, but if I connect this industry to somewhat the hot pot industry that is recently, I would not say recently, but that is actually introduced in the recent time. And in the hot pot industry, they provide you all the stuff that you will have to make on your table. They provide you a booth in which you have to make all your stuff on the table. You can ask for the stuff as per your convenience and taste buds. For example, you may ask for the noodles, you may ask for any other related stuff, and you can cook it there and then. So the meal kit industry is also a time saving solution, right? So this is an industry. For example, if I would want to cook a steak, they will provide you a loaf of meat, and they will provide you the required quantity of oil just to cook that steak. They will provide you all the spices, including even the salt, up to the extent that you would want to cook that specific. So you don't need to buy a complete packet of salt. You don't need to buy big packets of the spices. They provide you each and everything into a box, and you can use it. Somewhere, this industry, similar industry, can be seen when majority of the people in today's world, when they want to go on for dieting purposes, or they want to reduce their weight, they may go for keto diets. So keto diet is somewhat the same, but the keto diets is actually cooked diet, or the cooked food provided to the customer. But this type of food, or this type of industry, is actually not cooked. They provide you with the raw material, and you can actually cook them in the real instances. So the services deliver pre-proportioned ingredients. Proportioned ingredients means that, let's suppose if I would want to cook, let's suppose if I want to cook steak. So I'm going to get, if I want to cook steak, so I'm going to get, let's suppose, 2 pinch of salt and half kg of beef and 2 teaspoon of oil. So they are going to provide you the exact quantity that is required actually to cook these ingredients. So this is something which they have revolutioned. I would say that this is a tailor made cooking solution. Now, there can be many instances where the people who are living alone, they can use this specific, let's suppose, facility, and other individuals can also do. Even the housewife can use this just to cook the food for their husband as quick as possible. And step-by-step recipe instruction directly to the customer home in a meal kit box. So you are also going to get the recipe. So basically, this industry is dependent upon two different customer value added ingredients being given. First one is that they're going to get pre-proportioned ingredients, and they're going to get a a customer guidebook as to how you're going to cook the meal that you would want to prepare it for yourself. Most meal kit businesses operate on a subscription basis. Customers subscribe to a delivery of a pre-prepared recipe ingredients, which make up a meal which they can select from a wide range of options available on the meal kit business website or mobile app. So normally the way you are going to use this meal kit industry is through the website or through mobile app application. A meal kit box will normally contain the following. So the following areas will be included in the meal kit box. Now, what are the areas that are actually included in the box, or will be used in the box? So the first thing is which produce which need to be kept chilled, such as meat. So the first thing that they include is that they are going to provide you, let's suppose, the produces that need to be kept chilled: milk, dairy, and fish. These are kept in a chill box, which contain an ice pack and keep the produce fresh during delivery. So maybe dry ice may be used, or the ice box are used in order to keep these dairy products, fish or meat that need to be delivered in a chilled box. Long life produce such as tinned products, rice pasta, and dried herbs and spices selected and mixed specifically for the selected recipe. So, if you are making steak, if you are making even biryani, so you're going to get the pre-proportioned stuff in the box. Then we have the fresh and short life produce, such as fruits, vegetables, and bread. So you're also going to get an ample amount of fruit, vegetable, and bread. So it may be the case that I want the main course as well as the appetizer, or I want the main course plus fruit. So you're going to get the pre-proportioned fruits as well. A recipe card which provides step by step written in pictorial instruction. So they normally provide you pictorial instruction, so that's very easy for you to understand on how to prepare the meal using the pre-measured ingredient contained in the meat kit box. So there are four different parts of this box. The first part is the item that need to be kept chilled. The second part is the tinned products that have a long life. The third part is the fruits and vegetables that need to be delivered fresh. And the fourth part is the step-by-step recipe book that has some pictorial instruction as to how to prepare the meal and pre-measured ingredients contained in the meal kit box. So the market overview is at the end of 20x4, the global meal kit industry was worth 25 billion and is predicted to grow over 75 billion in the next decade. So in 20x4, from 25 billion, it is expected that it is going to reach to 75 billion. So um, 25 minus 75, it's equal to around $50 billion increase in this industry. So remember, when there is a substantial increase in the industry, so the market share of every player should also increase. The market share of every player should also increase. So even if we are working in this industry, we are the second largest seller of this industry. The market share of me and my company should also increase by heaps and bounds. Okay, so let's wait for Azan. Let's wait for 1 minute. Okay. Then, if we move forward, I'm going to come back to your questions. Let me first read the entire stuff, and at the end, we will cumulatively make a strategy as to what need to be retained, and even you can contribute in helping me to formulate a very good resource at the end of this session. So the first meal kit business, Freshie, was established 17 years ago. So the first meal kit business was established 17 years ago, and uh, in the neighboring country of Ghana. So the neighboring country is Ghana. So they may provide you an information that you are about to acquire this Freshie company, or you would want to enter into the neighboring country. And remember, if they say that you would want to enter into the neighboring country either through an organic growth or through the acquired growth, whatever the growth target is, then make sure that you apply suitability, feasibility, acceptability model or financial and non-financial factors. So this is something that you need to keep in your mind. Then it says, within 3 years of Freshies establishment and driven by success of the Freshies business model, many more meal kit business began operating across the world. Some of the most successful businesses, including Freshie, have gone on to become global business operating on multiple continents. I don't know why, but I am getting intimation that they may ask you that you would want to acquire the Freshie company and they are about to quit from this business, or they may provide you with the Freshie information relating to the financial sector, to the financial numbers of Freshie in your continent, in your economy, and they may say that compare it with your own financial number in the exhibits. So as soon as I read whatever information comes into my mind, I'm going to bring it to you. Whatever information comes into your mind, what you can do is write it down on the piece of paper, and once we are ending the session, you can let me know, and I'm going to incorporate or validate if it is true or not. Meal kit have proved to be popular as they offer customer convenient and reasonably priced alternative to physically shopping for separate meal ingredients. They also limit the amount of food waste for the customer. Now, can you help me out to identify how food waste is being limited by using this option? How food waste is being limited? Yes, pre-measured, but how is it going to be limited? Let me tell you how. See, there is a salt with the name of Ajinomoto, right? There's a salt with the name of Ajinomoto. Now, that specific salt is normally being used when you are making Chinese food. And in the Eastern economy, like in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and in maybe in Western economies as well, the Chinese food is not as much liked as the other food. So normally, if I talk about my home, normally 1 or 2 times during a month we have Chinese food. So if you look at the Ajinomoto salt, even a half kg may be used for 6 months, but it actually do not go till 6 months. What happen is that after 2 to 3 months, that item become a perishable item, and it becomes start becoming stale, and you have to throw the remaining part, or you have to use it as quickly as possible. So because of the fact that limited quantity and pre-proportioned quantity is being used, so this is something that the ingredients for each recipe are carefully measured by the meal kit provider, avoiding the need for the customers to purchase big pack of an ingredient when only a small amount is required in a recipe. So if you are making, especially for the meal that you are making once in a blue moon, that is, let's suppose once in 6 months or once in 2 months or once in 1 month, for those specific meals, this is a revolutionary thing because this is going to provide you a cost saving objective as well. So Menu Craft was the first meal kit business established in a land. So my company, the company which we are going to read, this is going to be the first meal kit business in Alien, a country with a developed economy and where nearly 75% of the population live. But remember, we are not the first largest in terms of customer number and revenue. The first largest is some other company. Um, of its population and population live and work in its urban towns and city. So it says it's a country with a well-developed economy and where nearly 75% of the population, okay, so 75% of the population is living in the urban area, towns and cities, busy work and family lives, um, and the desire to eat quick and easy to prepare home cooked nutritious meal rather than take away and unhealthy convenience food. So they do not want to have burgers on the go. They do not want to have, junk foods. If you don't want to have junk food, you can go on for this option. Remember, 75% of the majority people live in the urban area. So there is still an option of 25% rural area people to opt for this type of food. I don't know if the rural area are familiar with this type of service, but my perception is that if that can be an opportunity in your exam. Busy work and family lives and desire to eat quick, easy to prepare, home cooked, nutritious meal rather than the takeaway or unhealthy convenience food has driven the popularity of meal kit in Alien. Meal kit have proved to be particularly popular with the young professional and families. So our target audience should be a young professional and families. So these are the target audience. However, the old age individual, if if let's suppose persuaded, may be bought into this industry, or we can make them as our customers. There are currently four main businesses which produces and sell meal kit in Ireland. Freshie is the only global business. Okay, so our competitors are actually four. So out of those four, there may be a chance to acquire one or merge with one. Remember, the examiner, I'm getting an intimation that the examiner might ask you that out of these four people, out of these four companies, we are merging with the third largest company, we are merging with the fourth largest company. However, remember that Freshie is the only global business, while the other three, MC, Food Dropper, and A Meals, operate only in A-Lane. So these are the companies that operate only in A-Lane. There are also several smaller meal kit business which either operate regionally or offer bespoke services. Now, what do you understand by bespoke services? Bespoke services means bespoke. Now, bespoke services means that these are actually tailor-made services. For example, I have a kid who goes to school. Now, I ask these smaller uh, meal producing companies to make kids' meal and send it to me, and I'm going to provide these kids' meal to my kid so that they can take along with them to the schools. Or I have a husband who is going to office, and I don't have time. Or let's suppose I'm also a working woman and I don't have time, so I can use these bespoke services focused on specific dietary requirements. Now, I believe that this is a new stream. Why? Dietary requirement means, let me tell you a story of mine. I had a stone operation. So once I had a kidney stone operation, there was a nutrition in my hospital. There was a nutrition in my hospital who said that, Mr. Bilal, you need to follow this strict diet for 1 month. And I was told that I have to follow this strict diet for 1 month, and they provided me numbers of two people or two companies who offer these diets. So, for old age individuals, you can also get such diets. And this is an intimation that we may go for the acquisition of small company that provide bespoke services in accordance with the dietary requirement. In accordance with the dietary requirement. So, for example, offering a fully vegan range of recipes. So, vegan range of recipes mean that all those individuals who don't eat meat at all, and they totally belong to the vegan industry, or let's suppose they are the individuals who only go on for the vegetables. So this specific small company, they are providing the bespoke solution for the dietary requirements of. This is just an example. It's not always going to be the vegan food. There may be other food options as well. But remember, these are just the best. For example, I don't like mushrooms in my food. So they can help you. They can let you know that you are not going to include mushroom in any food that is being provided to Mr. Bilal, right? Then it says that Freshie is the MC's largest competitor. So this is a company that is the largest competitor. New target audience, yes, Mustafa. So this can be the new target audience, or if we are acquiring or buying, let's suppose merging with such a company, this may be considered as a new target acquisition and a new industry. This is although a related industry, but we might not be doing the same services currently. So we can offer such services if we go on for the acquisition or merger targets. Entering the alien market within, yes, diversification within 1 year of MCs being established. However, despite Fishy being an international known brand, MC has managed to maintain a strong competitive position and has established itself as a well-respected local brand throughout the ALN. So if you look at the meal kit share in ALN in 20x4, a very important point, the Freshie is 35% of the industry. Remember, this is in accordance with the customer number and in accordance with the revenue share that these four or five companies are actually sharing them. And now, our company name is Menucraft, so we have 24%, and this means that we are the second largest company in the alien meal kit industry. Then the third largest is the food dropper, that is 17%, and a meal, that is 13%. The others that include 11%, these are the specific smaller meal kit businesses that operate regionally or offer a bespoke solution. So they are only in a specific region of this economy, and they are providing the bespoke, that is tailor-made solutions to the customers. Now, if you look at the total meal kit customer growth, and it seems to be very promising, because we are being told that in 20x4 the total number of customers were 25, I guess $25 billion, yes, $25 billion economy, and now after a decade it is expected that it is going to reach to 75. MC acquire Freshie, which is bigger than Menucraft. Can MC acquire Freshie? I don't think so that they are going to go with the MC acquiring Freshie, but what they can do is they may ask you to, that MC is acquiring Food Dropper or email, or most prominently, I would say that they are going to acquire any company from the others, and they will let you know that that company market share is around 2 to 3% and not more than that. So this is a history of ACC examiner asking such questions whenever they want to go on for the acquisition of merger targets. Now, if you look at the meal kit customer growth in ALN, look at the fact that from 20W0 to 20X4, it has increased by heaps and bounds, and the total number of customers have increased to around 2 million people I believe that it is the number of people. So 2 million customers, they have reached to 2 million customers at that time. Can they buy a company that has lower share capital? Yes, definitely they are going to buy the company that has lower share capital. Now, meal kit option, if we look at the meal kit options, the meal kit customers in the A-line are increasingly looking for meal options which suits their dietary requirement. Now, this is an intimation given to the readers that they may go for the secondary market that is developing in the alien economy is those individuals or those companies that are providing the bespoke solution that suits the dietary requirements. So this is a growing industry, and believe me or not, they may ask you that we are acquiring such a company, and they may provide you with some financial insights or non-financial insights in accordance with the acquiring targets. And if we are about to evaluate the acquiring targets, remember, you need to go and you need to read once again the suitability, feasibility, and acceptability. That is the SFA framework, or the financial and non-financial. So if you want to go on for a question that looks at the financial and non-financial targets of acquisition, you can still read the Experience question that we have already done, and that will be a very good question to practice for the financial and non-financial acquisition target of a company. So it says that this has led to meal kit business offering a wide range of meal kit menu choices to align with individual dietary need. This is a growing industry. Trust me over the fact that in this specific growing industry, they are going to provide you. I'm getting an intimation, I'm getting a perspective that they are going to provide you the acquisition target of a smaller company that may be having a market share of 2 to 3%. And they may say that in this specific part of the industry, this is going to be a market diversification, maybe in the economy in which we are operating, and definitely in the economy in which we are operating, because the suitable bespoke dietary solutions are being provided by smaller companies in the economy, and this is the talk of the town right now. So this has led to the meal kit business offering wide range of meal kit menu choices to align with individual dietary need, preferences, and taste. This include vegetarian, no meat or fish; vegan, no meat, fish, or dairy. Now remember, the vegetarians are the individuals who only don't eat meat or fish, but they can have milk. But vegan are the individuals who have no meat, who don't eat meat at all, fish or dairy products. Then diet, gluten-free diets, which exclude the food which contain protein, uh, gluten, like wheat or rye products, and low fat or low carbonated drinks. So these are all the options that these smaller companies are basically providing to their customers. Is it clear to everyone? Sir, is it confirmed that meal kit is not selling the best food variety? See, we are going to read about the meal kit. We have not yet read about the meal kits because they have provided us this information regarding the meal kit uh, after the industry information. But for the time being, I'm assuming that the company might not be going on for such solution. So let's have a 15 minutes of namaz break, and then we will continue reading this piece. Trust me, this is one of the best pieces Okay, so let's move forward. Now it says the meal kit subscription process. Now, how does the meal kit subscription process work? Uh, Now, before going into the details of the subscription process, I'm going to show you there is a website with the name of there's a website with the name of HelloFresh. This is a meal kit website, and let me show it to you. This is a very good example, and it's a very renowned company in terms of the meal kit. So HelloFresh, it's a UK based meal kit, and I guess this is a very practical example, and I believe the examiner might have seen this website as well. So I just want to give you a flavor of how the HelloFresh website work. So this is the HelloFresh website. The best way to cook dinner is just got better. So this is the theme of their website. So whatever your week looks like, dinner covered. So it shares how much amount of calories this meal is going to have. Is it a high protein meal, a veggie packed dishes? So it says 91% of our customer feel healthier using the HelloFresh. 93% of our customer feel less stress at dinner time, because they are providing you kid approved options, 100 plus weekly recipes, customizable, uh, food options. 98% of our customers save time on meal. So dinner is easy. So this, stages. So now we are going to read about the stages. This is a very practical example, and I believe the examiner must have seen this website. So pick your meal, browse and choose from 100 plus chef. Yes, 100 plus chef uh, cut it is recipe and market add-ons each week. Then ingredients arrive fresh and they cook with the confidence. So, if I go on with the pricing, you can see the pricing and the plan later, or make it match your taste now with 100 plus weekly recipe. Many world renowned bloggers, they support this website. They are diehard fan, and this is an ongoing website. One of my relative is a very frequent buyer from this website. So look at the plans that they have provided you: meat and veggie, family menu, fit, wholesome, quick and easy. And the other options are available. So they eat fresh, feel good. They are providing you with the pre-cut veggies, cook it with confidence and healthier and easier. So whatever options you can see, you have it, and they are going to provide you. How does meal kit delivery services work? How does it provide you special diets, and all other options? So you have calorie options, you have other options as well. So if you're not hungry yet, you can subscribe their newsletter, and they are going to provide you, not today, but afterwards. So very, very important point that I have raised over here, and somehow it came into my mind. I was thinking of the name of the website, and again I was recalling the name of the website as Hello Kitty. So I just realized that it is not Hello Kitty; it is actually the Hello Fresh website. It's a very amazing website. And after looking at this website, I guess you guys also must be thinking of ordering something from this website, but this is not operational in Pakistan specifically. So meal kit subscription process below is a description of the process of subscribing the meal kit services through a meal kit business app or website. The subscription process allows the customers a large degree of flexibility in size, types, and frequency of the meal kit boxes they wish to purchase. Subscription can be cancelled at any time by the customer. So stage number one, acha, these are the same stages as the HelloFresh. So if you want to see the realistic option of these stages, you can see it. I don't know, but I believe that the examiner was very much inspired by HelloFresh website. Set up an account through the website or mobile application. You can do the same. Enter the personal detail, address, and payment details. Stage number two, select subscription preferences. Meal meal kit portion, normally one, two, or four portion per meal. Get recipe selected, one portion serve one person per meal. So very important. So one portion serve one person, two portions serve two, 4% serve 4%. Meal kit preferences. For example, meat, vegetarian, non-dairy, and gluten-free. And gluten-free meal kit recipe, normally 2, 3, 4 recipes per meal kit delivery. And meal kit delivery frequency, one per week, two every 2 weeks, one per month. So you can order this. Then stage number three, confirm or cancel the order. At least 48 hours before the required delivery date, confirm meal kit delivery selection made at second stage, and confirm required delivery date or cancel the or suspend delivery. So this is not something which is very important, but you need to have some extra information as well. Key drivers in the growth of the meal kit market. No. Delivery time is not too much. So this is a tailor-made solution. This is something different. This is not a meal that you use it for your taste buds. This is a meal that you use it for your convenience. So 48 hours is okay. This is the industry of which are perfectly fine. Key drivers in the growth of the meal kit market. So what are the drivers? Let's see. Convenience, time saving. So the basic aim of the meal kit is that you would want to save your time. And this is how the time saving is being done by delivering the pre-proportioned ingredients and step-by-step recipes. Meal kit eliminate the need for the customers to plan and shop for the ingredients. So the first added advantage that we are providing is that you don't need to go onto the shops to buy your ingredient. This is particularly important for time constrained businesses, professionals, and families. So all those people in which both the individuals, both the partners are working in their offices or corporate sector. So this is something which is a revolutionary thing, and especially if you go on the website of HelloFresh, you are going to find that majority of the customers are the individuals who normally who normally are working in the corporate sectors. Then quality. Most meal kit customers expect their meal to be made from fresh, high quality ingredients, which many meal kit business achieve through partnering with the local farmers and suppliers. So this is an important information. You normally partner with the local farmers and suppliers. I don't know if our company is also partnering with the local farmers and suppliers, but this is how you can achieve economies of scale, and this is how you can achieve the lower amount of costing. This ensures that the freshest products are included in the meal kit. Meal kit business offer a diverse menu variety and customization. So if you have seen the menu variety, look at the menu over here. There are hundreds and hundreds of menus. So 100 plus recipes every week. So same goes for the meal kit industry that is being shown to us. So menu variety and customization. Meal kit businesses offer diverse menu selection, which attracts and retain the customers who are looking for a range of recipes from many worldwide cuisine and recipes which match their dietary preferences and requirements. So this is how the industry works. So the major aim is to match the dietary requirement. The major aim is to match the preferences of the people. Cost effectiveness. Now, how do you maintain the cost effectiveness? It is essential for the meal kit business to strike the correct balance between offering value for money and maintaining a reasonable price point for the meal kit. So the first thing is that you need to provide the value for money and you need to provide reasonable price to the meal kits. Customers are likely to remain loyal if they perceive that the meal kits to be cost effective compared to dining out or having to shop for the ingredients in a variety of grocery stores. So the major aim is that if you go on to the grocery store, you will buy a bigger quantity of perishable item that has a fair chance of, going into waste. But if you buy it from us, we are going to provide you a small portion, and we are going to distribute the other part of the portion to the other customers. So this is something which is actually achieving the efficiency objectives. Then, however, despite the growing popularity, the meal kit industry still accounts for very less proportion, that is less than 1.5% of the overall food sales market globally. Therefore, meal kit business recognizes that there is still a significant opportunity to develop and grow the meal kit market. Now, what are the industry challenges? Remember, whenever he provides you the industry challenges, he may ask you to develop strategies how to cope up with these challenges for your company. So we have intense amount of competition. There are already several meal kit business operating in Alien, and one of these is Freshie, is a large internationally. Again and again, they are telling us about the large internationally renowned business with large corporate backing. Also, the heat and eat market is popular with the customers in Alien. Heat and eat meal are different from the meal kit boxes in that they are fully prepared. For example, if you ever travel from one economy or from one country to another, you are going to experience that they provide you a noodle box in which you just need to add hot water and wait for 5 minutes, and the noodles are prepared. So heat and eat is a similar industry where everything is prepared. You just need to heat it up and you can eat it. So that is one of the biggest, challenge that the company or this industry is right now facing. There is no need for the customer to undertake any preparation of ingredients. Many supermarket offer a wide range of heat and eat products. So, heat and eat products are very much popular in my economy, that is in Pakistan as well. In addition, supermarkets have recognized the threat posed by online meal kit business, and some supermarkets have recently started offering their own line of meal kit options in stores and online. So, many supermarkets are now operating the meal kit option. So, huge number of competitors, now large number of competitors have entered into this specific industry. Customer retention. There are even businesses that provide cooked meals on a subscription basis. Yes. So if you look at the customer retention and acquisition have been relatively straightforward for many meal kit businesses with wide marketing and social media coverage through their own online channel. And trust me, this HelloFresh website is actually being marketed by the bloggers of this industry. So bloggers are doing a superb job in marketing the HelloFresh website. So same goes for the meal kit options as well. So they say, however, the customer retention have proved difficult for most businesses, with many customers switching frequently to obtain new customer discounts and offer from competitors. So the only way why you would want to enter into the other customer businesses is, or the other businesses take over your customer, is through discounts. So this can be your strategy as well. And offer from competitors and other customers finding a subscription services either too expensive or too restrictive. Customer uh, churn in the meal kit industry is high, and less than 25% of the subscription lasting more than 6 months. Now, this is an important parameter because this means that they may ask you some customer retention strategy. Can you help me out in formulating? Yes. Can you help me out in formulating some customer retention strategies? Number one, you can offer loyalty discounts. Okay, buy one and get free. Any other? More weekly recipes. Okay. More Okay, customer relationship management. Don't you think that augmented reality, AR, can also help you out in this? Price penetration, selling, sending messages, okay. Occasional free kits, yes. But don't you think that augmented reality, AR, can also do a wonderful job? Do you know what AR, augmented reality is? Bringing in the eyes of the customer the food that it looks like, and to providing a real perspective of what you are going to eat after few minutes. So this is what augmented reality is. So you can even go on for the augmented reality strategies. Now, logistic complexities. With the need to offer a wide variety of meal, kit, yes, additional prices, vouchers, true. With the need to offer a wide variety of meal kit and delivery options, and the promise of the freshest range of ingredients, many meal kit businesses partner with hundreds of different ingredient suppliers. This requires significant investment in supply management information system and continuous supplier relationship management to ensure that the freshest ingredients are available to fulfill the customer order when demanded. When I read this line, because of the fact that I'm the teacher and I have some, you know, history of identifying what could be the possible question, I believe that there can be a cost revenue analysis given to evaluate the investment in customer supplier management system. Don't you think that this can be, because if you remember, there was a question of CRM, customer relationship management system. Don't you think that they can give you an NPV analysis, a cost benefit analysis, and ask you to prepare an NPV on the basis of this? So, prediction is possible, but if you do it professionally and with your teacher. Similarly, and please don't put this on chat GPT and try to formulate your own strategies as to how the questions can be asked. Please, that's something that I would want you all to restrain from, because chat GPT is not going to do a wonderful job in this. In fact, it is going to deviate you from what the reality can be. Now, similarly, coordination of the customer deliveries is complex and requires significant investment in sophisticated logistics software. Again, I am getting an intimation that because of the fact it is continuously saying that we need logistics softwares, we need sophisticated logistics software, strong relationship with the third party logistics suppliers. There is something fishy about it, and it seems that they may ask you to make an investment in such a software so that we can use it in future. Okay. Then we have the food safety and increasing regulations. So regulatory requirements are also very much applicable in this industry. Meal kit include a wide variety of perishable food, including meat, fish, eggs, and dairy products, such as milk, cream, and cheese. Many of these products, without suitable packing, storage, and refrigeration, are subject to potential cross contamination. Cross contamination means okay. So it says, sorry, uh, cross contamination, whereby harmful bacteria from one substance are transferred to another substance, and bacterial growth, which could lead to serious illness. In some countries across the world, meal kit have been linked to outbreak of illness and food poisoning. So there are many regulations in regard with the meal kit industry. Remember one thing, remember one thing that the packing, the food picking, I'm talking about the food picking and the food packing with the production and perishability date is an important parameter. The perishability date is a very, very important parameter that you need to keep in your mind. It says, as a result, the food standards regulators are becoming increasingly focused on meal kit providers, setting out the best practice documentation and increasing regulatory standards and guidance directly related to how the meal kit business store, package, deliver the raw ingredient and final meal kit box. So, as I've said, that because of the fact that these are most important key performance indicators, so the company on their website can show how the meal is picked, packed, and delivered. Don't you think that this is going to be a superb strategy to, hook your customers? So this is something that you can bring it on your website, and this is going to give you a competitive edge. Innovation. The food production industry, including the meal kit sector, is highly turning to robotics in food processing and manufacturing and in packing of the final products. So, a cost justified investment in robotics can also be an important point of question in your examination. Data analytics are being used more frequently in the industry to predict the recipe demand and supply availability. Meal kit businesses receive millions of comments and ratings from the customer daily through their website and through social media channels. Analysis and evaluation of this data helps them to identify the best and worst performing recipes. So there's a best and there's a worst performing recipe as well. This is shared with the recipe development team and procurement team to incorporate the most recent feedback into the development or improvement of recipe. Procurement team can use such information to work closely with the suppliers. Due to the competition in the meal kit market, some businesses are looking towards new and unique delivering partnership to attract more customers to the meal kit experience. This includes partnership with large retailers such as supermarkets to sell their meal kits boxes in store and collaborations with high profile celebrities and celebrity chefs to develop new and exciting recipes. So, uh, there can be some exclusive recipes as well that are only available on the meal kit website and not on any other website. So this can also be a USP, a unique selling point being proposed by the company. Now, key performance indicators. Now, what are the key performance indicators? The revenue is one of the basic key performance indicator. The amount of money generated from the sale of the meal kit boxes is known as revenue. Active customer, the number of uniquely identified customers who have received at least one meal kit within the last 3 months. Meal delivered, the number of individuals served portions delivered within a given period of time. So let's suppose on in a particular home, I'm selling 2 meal portions or 3 meal portions. Exclusive recipes, yes. Order per customer, the number of order in a given period divided by the number of active customer in the same period. So in 3 months, if I have 15 orders and I have 5 customers, so this means that 5 is the order per customer. 3 is the order per customer. Then average order value, total revenue divided by the total number of order in a given period. So the total revenue, if I divide it by the total number of order in a given period, that is going to be the average order value. Food waste in tons produced by the meal kit business own production facility, which is disposed in landfills and incriminated. The measures does not include any unused surplus food which has been donated to the food charity or used in the animal feed. So food waste, how do you account for the food waste? That is also going to be a very important key performance indicator. Carbon emission, CO2 tons produced by meal kit business operations. This include both production, non-production and distribution related emissions. Industry regulatory body. So there's an industry regulatory body as well. The Alien Food Standard Agency. Remember the name of this agency. This is going to be a government body that looks after the food related business, maybe the manufacturing or other parts of this business. Is the government agency responsible for the food safety and food hygiene in ALN. It works with a wide range of food-related businesses throughout the ALN to ensure that all food safety regulations and standards are being met. Now, let's come. Sustainability questions can be, yes, sustainability. They can be a sustainability related question. They can be a sustainability on CO2. Ajay, just give me 2 minutes. I'm resuming. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm just getting a glass of water for me, and then I'm resuming. Okay, so let's move forward. Now let's talk about the company. The menu craft overview. Menu. Now this is something important. Menu Craft is a meal kit business founded 15 years ago. Very important information. We were founded 15 years ago in the capital city of the country, Aland, by two experienced local chefs. They had seen the success of the meal kit business model in other countries and were confident that their local knowledge of the alien food industry and importantly the high quality local produce of the alien they could offer something different. Meal kit meal menu craft has established its strategic position in high quality meal kit differentiating itself by focusing on the alien-based recipe we use whenever possible, locally sourced ingredients. So, we are more focused on the alien-based recipes. We are more focused on, locally sourced ingredients. For example, in Pakistan, in the Punjab side, they have a special recipe of dal chawal. So, they are providing you the recipes of local industry, of the local economies. So they are into a different form of, USP or the unique selling point. The menu craft employs talented and highly qualified chef to design the recipe using seasonally available ingredients. So they are using the organically grown ingredients where possible. Each week, MenuCraft offers its customers up to 30 recipes to choose from based on carefully analyzed data relating to ingredients availability and customer menu preferences. In the first 2 years, MenuCraft offers only a limited range of recipes to customers within the alien capital city. MenuCraft grew steadily over the next 5 years. So our growth is over the next last 5 years, largely funded by alien venture capitalist. A very important. Now you must be knowing what venture capitalist is. A venture capitalist is just like Shark Tank. They identify a particular venture and invest in that venture if they find that venture to be fruitful for the company. Then it says as the popularity of the meal kit has taken off globally in the last decade, MenuCraft has also experienced a significant growth in the customer number driven driven by growing urban population and increased usage of internet technologies. Now, when I say internet technology, remember augmented reality can be used in this scenario to attract and communicate with a wide range of customers. MenuCraft has one of the highest customer retention rates in this industry. So MenuCraft customer analysis, single people around in 20x0, it was 60%, but now it is 50%. Couples, it was 25%, but now 23%. And families, historically, it was 15%. So we are more focused on families and we are more being liked by the families. However, the other two are deteriorating in numbers. And it does not mean that if we are getting large amount of orders from families, we should just focus on the families and leave the remaining two portion. So MenuCraft customer number. What does it say? It says that the MenuCraft customer numbers are the customer number and MenuCraft active customer number. So if you look at the customer number to MenuCraft active customer number, it says in 2000 the customer number was not much, but in 20x4 it has reached to 500,000 customers, a very, very huge number. And that too in few years, we have reached from, let's suppose, from one customer to 500,000 customers. MC was listed. So this is a listed company 3 years ago on the Alien Stock Exchange. Its two original founders still hold the key position of the board. One is the chief executive officer and one is the chief commercial and marketing officer, and each hold 10% of the MC share. The remaining 80% of the share are owned by a wide range of investors. So we have the non-executive chairperson, then we have chief executive officer. Then in chief executive officer, we have how many number of chief executive officers do we have? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So balance in number. Senior independent non-executive director, non-executive director, non-executive, non-executive, non-executive. Chief Executive Officer, we have the Chief Financial Officer, Chief Operating Officer, Chief Commercial and Marketing Officer, and Chief People Officer as well. We have board committees, we have Audit and Risk Committee, we have Nomination and Remuneration Committee. Remember, yes, definitely saying there's no issue in this. Remember one thing, that these three committees, firstly, we need to identify if there is a unitary or two-tier boards, and I'm assuming that there is a unitary tier board. The corporate governance is perfect. The corporate governance objectives are being met. Remember, I believe if they want to ask you an easy question, they can go on for a task requirement that says, what are the advantages or disadvantages of having board committee? Now, operations. Ingredient suppliers. MC use over 600 suppliers. 600 suppliers, most of which, is it correct to have one merged audit? And yes. It is totally allowed. You can have one merged audit and risk committee. Even in my company, they have one merged audit and risk committee. So MC uses over 600 suppliers, most of which are located in ALEN. A significant majority of MC customers select traditional ALEN-based recipes regularly. So this is our USP, and we are selling it very well. As a nation, ALEN people are proud of its local tradition and traditional recipes, and the population is loyal and supportive of the local products and their local producers and their products. So a very supportive environment for the local production. Quality and sustainability are important criteria for the MC when selecting the suppliers, and each suppliers undergo a detailed assessment before their ingredients are used in the MC meal kit. So every supplier undergoes a detailed investigation, a detailed assessment, and we normally look into the ingredients before it is being supplied. No, they may not be asking you the advantages of or disadvantages of having a separate audit and risk committee, because there are no advantage or disadvantage of having a separate risk committee until unless the risk committee and audit committee are working well. It's okay to have audit and risk committee. It's okay. And use in the MC meal kit recipe. MC preference is to work with the best in class suppliers who hold certifications for safety and quality. MC also encourages and supported suppliers in biodiversity and sustainability. So expect a question in sustainability. Expect a question in sustainability. Yes, they may ask you to make a health and safety committee. Yes, this can be a question. Many of the farmers who supply to MC also use organic farming methods, whereby they do not use any synthetic uh, pesticides or fertilizers to produce their food. A very important parameter, a very important health oriented parameter to select a farmer. So we are normally selecting only those farmers who do not use any synthetic pesticides or fertilizers to produce their foods. A very important parameter. To help to maximize the efficiency and minimize the waste, MC uses algorithmics which predicts the recipes. So there is a mathematical model that is being used in order to predict the recipes ordered by the customer, and therefore MC demand for each week, meaning that it can order the right amount of ingredient from the supplier. So I don't know if the person is going to go on for biryani or pulao, or if they want to go on for pasta or steak. So I normally make an algorithm that is a prediction model in which I'm going to identify the system is going to identify that there are 8 out of 10 chances that the customer will go for steak, and there are 2 out of 10 chances that the customer will go for the pasta option. So, this is how the ingredients are being stored by the company. Less than 1% in terms of weight of all purchased ingredients do not make to its customer in the meal kit production. So only 1% wastage. The majority of edible unused ingredients are donated to the local charitable organization. A very important point, unused ingredients not fit for the human consumptions are used for animal feed. So over here, what I believe is that there is some CSR activities that can be related. Only inedible waste is sent to landfills and incinerated. So menu craft follow industry best practices and are following the sustainability to its fullest. Yes, yes. Some ingredients such as dried herbs and spices, rice, pasta, and tinned ingredients can be stored for a longer period, and therefore these are often purchased in bulk and stored in the warehouse located next to MC's production factory. Fresh ingredients such as fruit and vegetables and ingredients which must be chilled, such as meat and dairy products, are delivered within 24 to 48 hours. So all those fresh ingredients, they get it from the supplier and they deliver it to your premises. Determined by the orders placed by the customer, these items are delivered directly to the fresh food storage areas of MC production factory, where they are stored until they are used in the meal kit order. This area is temperature controlled and where fresh and chilled products are delivered and stored for a short space of time. So, store them for around, we only store them for around 24 to 48 hours. Then it says, and delivered and stored for a short space of time before moving to the production line where the meal kit boxes are put together. The supplier deliver all the chilled and fresh food products pre-proportioned, that is either one, two, or four meal portion. So for one person, for two-person, or four-person, MC work closely with most of its suppliers to minimize any packaging used and insist that whatever possible suppliers use recyclable or biodegradable, biodissolvable packing when they are delivering to the MC. So remember, something in relation to supplier selection criteria or project management may be asked in the examination. Remember, this can be a question. Along with this, water, value, chain analysis is also very important. Now let's look at packaging. Now, what about the packaging? Packaging is an important element of a meal kit box. MC purchase all its meal kit boxes packaging components from one of the supplier based in Ireland. So MC is purchasing all its meal kit boxes from one of the supplier based in Ireland, which is located 20 kilometers from MC meal kit production factory. The supplier provide two key packaging components which makes up the meal kit box. A chill box, sorry, a chill box made of 100% recyclable cardboards designed for safety, keep the chilled ingredients. The chill box contain an ice pack which is frozen and can be kept by the customer to be reused at home. An outer box which is made of strong, durable, but 100% recyclable cardboard These boxes come in a variety of sizes to accommodate the different portion sizes and number of recipes ordered by the customer. Boxes are supplied to MC flat packed in order to optimize the storage space and are only formed into a box shape when they are selected for use at the start of the meal kit production process. See meal kit box production selection below. So, there are two different boxes, and both of them are 100% made from recyclable reliant. Yes, but they are heavily reliant on one supplier. MC worked closely in partnership with its packing supplier to design and develop the latest and most environmentally friendly packaging solution. Meal kit box production. MC operate with one large production factory located in central Ireland, where all the meal kit box production take place. At this facility, there are four separate production lines which operate 16 hours per day, 7 days a week. But the fact is, a very good point identified, that MC is totally dependent on one supplier. At the start of the production line, the production information system produces a label for each meal kit box, which contains a unique barcode. So they have a unique barcode. A robot A robot reads its barcode and then select the customized correct size outer box and forms this into a box shape. Just give me 1 minute. Azan is going on, so just give me 1 minute. Let's continue after Azan. So now it says the meal kit box production to ensure that all the correct ingredient at each stage the barcode is scanned. So we were so a second robot that places an empty chill box into the outer box. This then moves the several stages of the production line where the different ingredients are added to the kit box. At each stage, the barcode is scanned by a human operator who selects the correct recipe item and places them in the meal kit box in the correct order. The final stage of the production is the final quality check, also carried out by a human operator to ensure that all the correct ingredients have been properly packed. The inner chill box lid is closed and the outer box is then sealed by a human operator. Again, so many times they have written human operator, so why don't we automate it? And you remember on in the above information they have given us that the robotic implementation is being done. So why not to automate by using robots? And maybe they may ask you for a cost benefit analysis in investment in robots or automation. The time taken from the start of the meal kit production to dispatch to the customer is normally no longer than 3 hours. Now, if you look at the distribution, delivery of the completed meal box, yes. Honestly speaking, there can be an option of disruptive technology. Disruptive technology is one of the key factors. Now, distribution. Delivery of the completed meal kit boxes to customers is carried out by a third party logistics supplier. So, the delivery is completely being done by the third party logistic supplier. GoFlow, based in Alien, GoFlow vehicle are all equipped with the latest refrigeration technology. So they have the latest refrigeration technology. NC work in a close partnership with the GoFlow to ensure that optimization of uh, route planning to minimize the CO2 emission in the distribution process and to ensure that the deliveries are made on schedule to maximize the freshness of the meal kit contents. Now, if we look at the latest risk, remember, for every risk, we are going to identify the mitigating and impact. So, competition. We operate in a highly competitive environment where customers have many choices of what, how, and where they eat. This include direct competitors from Freshie and indirect competitors, which include grocery store, both online and offline, offering restaurants and other food delivery businesses. Now, what can be the impact? Impact is low sales, low customer retention, and again, low market share. Yes, low market share. And what could be the recommendation? I would say loyalty scheme. Any other recommendation? Buyout of small competitors. Buyout of small competitors. And e-marketing collaboration with supermarket and bloggers. So you can just write it on your sheet of paper, please. Okay, moving forward, the legal and regulatory requirement. Now, the legal and regulatory risk. Our business of selling the fresh food products online directly to the customer means that we are subject to several laws and regulations. So there are several laws and regulations that are implemented on us. Obviously, the laws relating to the freshness ingredients of the company. In each, in relation to the compliance with hygiene, food safety, health and safety, data protection. Meal kits have been linked to food poisoning and illness, and some have been subject to recall in other parts of the world. We are subject to rigorous external checks by the Alien Food Standard Agency every 6 months, and our license to operate depends upon this certification. Now, what could be the impact? Can anyone let me know the impact, please? What are the impact? Unidentified cost. Now, there may be some unidentified cost. Impact could be fines, license, non-renewal. Now, what could be the recommendation? Keep a check and balance. Now, you need to keep a check and balance. Check and balance. And you need to keep, some quality audits. Now, what if I have seen such a question in the SPL examination? What if they say that we are opting for an international regulatory requirement, or we are thinking to go on for an international regulatory requirement? What could be the parameters to go on for international regulatory requirements? If they are going on for some international regulatory requirements, they are opting for some international regulatory bodies. So the first thing is to understand what is required, to first understand the law. Number two, to see if we are fulfilling. Number three is to apply for the certificate. Number four is to conduct quality audit. So this is a very important risk that you need to take into consideration. I'm going to share this written PDF with you all. Don't worry. Then customer attraction and retention risk. Our growth totally relies on attracting the new customer. The intensity of competition and the alternative food choices available to the customer make it an increasingly challenging objective. Customer retention is an industry-wide challenge as customers often lose interest or are inactive to the competitors through promotional offers and incentives. Now, what could be the impact? The impact could be losing loyal customer, no or less word of mouth, and the mitigation, loyalty, special recipe, uh, CRM, customer relationship management, discounts, free meal, social presence, social footprints, another option. See, we are not offering bespoke meal plans. Currently, we are not offering. If there is an intimation that we would want to offer, then you can, give such a suggestion. Data and information. We hold personal data about all the subscription, augmented reality, yes. We hold data about all our subscriptions, customers, and our supplier. This data is vulnerable to security incidents and breaches, as the techniques used to obtain unauthorized access to or sabotage the system change frequently. We may be unable to anticipate or prevent such attack. So, what could be the impact? Loss of customer trust, regulatory breach, financial and non-financial consequence, reputation. And what could be the mitigation? Data check, firewall, data checks, firewall, data audit, strict control, strict controls, firewall, data checks, data audits. These are all the factors that will help you in, reducing the risk. Training of employees, yes. Training of employee. Training of employee as well. Now the next part is website extract. Now how does the website extract? So whenever they give you the website extracts, remember mission, vision. Something can be connected to mission and vision. Yes, authorized access can also be a very valid point. To make healthy home cooking simple, affordable, and accessible to everyone, whatever their level of cooking skills is. Vision to promote healthy and sustainable food choices so that our customers and communities we serve can live a healthier life in a healthier world. Values. We are committed to promoting healthy and convenient food choices, supporting Airline's food producers in growing and making the highest quality ingredients for our recipes, making positive environmental decisions throughout our value chain, promoting sustainability for the long-term benefits of all our stakeholders through our ESG focus on plant, people, and government. Now, all my students, what is ESG? What is ESGs? Ecological. What is ESG? Yes. Environmental, social, and governance. Perfect. So you know what ESG is. Not majority of the people who are reading this must be knowing. So now you know environmental, social, and governance, planet, people, and governance. Something in relation to this can be tested in your examination because you guys know it well. So you can use this in your examination. Now it says Now it says demonstrating responsible leadership in all the aspects of our business activity, ensuring every members of the MC uphold the highest ethical standard based on the honesty, respect, and accountability. Key performance indicators. So the revenue from 20x0 to 20x4, it starts off from around 900,000 to it has gone to heaps and bound. Integrated reporting can be a very important point. Yes, true. I'm going to discuss in detail in the next analysis. To around 220,000. Revenue growth has declined from 45% to 18%. That is a negative impact. Revenue per meal is increasing, but revenue per meal, if you look at from 20x0 to 20x4, it is not as much as it should have been. Total meal delivered is also increasing. However, the total meal delivered growth rate is not much when you talk from 20x0 to 20x4. See, because the revenue, okay, so why the graph is negative, the revenue growth from 20x0 to 20x4 seems to be negative year-on-year growth in terms of percentage. It says year-on-year growth. So the growth rate from the last year to this year is just 18%. Although the growth rate is positive, but that is not growing as per the, yes, it can be because of pricing and it can also be because of high competition. The competition is also increasing a lot. So this can be because of competition as well. Similarly, the total meal delivered is also reducing because of the revenue growth is declining. So the total meal delivery is also declining at the end. Now, if you look at the active customers, are although have increased. However, the customer growth rate is not equivalent. So if you can see in 20x0, a huge chunk is being shown. In 20x1, the growth rate increased, 20x2, 20x3, 20x4. But the growth rate is just 13% comparative to the first year, that is 37%. Again, due to high competition. Average order value, if you look at the average order value in 20x4, the order value has increased and the order growing rate has also increased by 3.2%, which is again a positive thing. The annual order placed per customer. Now, because of the fact that there are many different, competitors around. So the average annual order placed by the customer growth is not much as compared to the first year because now they have many different other options as well. Some very important models: pestle, risk, heat map, risk register. Yes, Umesh, you're right. Risk register. Then we have the BCG. Most importantly, SFA, Potter, 5, force, value, chain. Now, these are just the models that came into my mind. Superb industry, bestest possible industry that you can go into. The share pricing can also be a good parameter. I'm writing my number once again. My name is. This is for all those individuals who are going to see this analysis on YouTube. Remember, this is the best analysis that we can do right now. This is the best analysis that we can do. I hope so that the industry is quite clear to every one of you. And my assumption is that you are all on the same page with me. And now you must be confident enough that we can all together be, in a position to cope up with this industry. I'm going to keep today's class till here. We will be having a class tomorrow from 6:30 to 9 at the same time. And I'm going to discuss about tomorrow's agenda. I'm sending you tomorrow's agenda in few minutes. I'm going to bring a detailed analysis. Maybe on Saturday, I might keep an extended class on Saturday, and we'll also be meeting on Sunday. But to my bestest possible knowledge, I have done as much input as I can, and I would want to hear from you on my WhatsApp groups that if you liked it or not, if this analysis was good enough or not. So let's keep our class till here today. We will be meeting tomorrow at 6:30. Okay, Umesh. I'll try to keep it in the hybrid class. We don't know about the weather conditions, so it all depends upon the weather conditions if we are going to make it hybrid or online. But I guess the online classes are all equally good. So let's just focus on completing the stuff. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.